Good morning and good evening, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So today is the last demo, guys, and after this demo, you will be able to get the payment links. You can make the payment in installments and try to complete the payments today. And tomorrow, the meeting link is going to change, and you will be able to get the new meeting link once you make the payment. Now, for today, I'm going to be talking about what is Azure, what is Azure Data Factory, and what is ETL and what is ELT. I'm going to be talking about what is Azure Databricks and what is a big data. And yesterday I spoken about what is on-premises platforms and cloud platforms. Okay. So on-premises platforms means which are completely own, companies own platforms, which are very, very costly and heavy risk, and you need to maintain everything. Cloud means rental platforms. Today, you will be able to go to either Azure or to AWS or Google Cloud platform. You can get purely hardware for rental, purely hardware and software for rental, and hardware, software, and you may have your own applications. That is also you can install in the rental hardware and software, and even your applications can be maintained by the Azure company, Azure team, or AWS team, or Google Cloud team. So everything can be outsourced. Everything can be outsourced. Cloud platform is become so popular today because which are very, very cheaper, 24 by 7 high availability, and which is no risk. Clear, which is completely no risk. You need to understand all these points. Because of these reasons, cloud has become so cheap, so popular today. Many people are migrating their data into, on-premises data into cloud platforms, right? So at least 40% of the data today is available in the cloud. Remaining 60% of the data worldwide still available in the on-premises. Clear? You have lot many opportunities even today. If you learn cloud computing, cloud technologies, it will give you much more opportunities, guys. But backbone for the cloud is completely you should know SQL, right? Without SQL, you will not be able to do anything. So SQL is a prerequisite. That's what I told you yesterday. And Python is also one more prerequisite. Both of them you need to learn as part of this course. We are going to be covering Azure Data Factory first 30 years, completely no coding software. Azure Databricks will be heavy coding. You need to know SQL and Python here. And for, this one, only SQL is a prerequisite. I'm going to be giving you SQL videos. You have to practice them. For Azure Databricks, you should know SQL and Python. Am I clear? So this is what yesterday I have clearly told you in the class. And today we will be able to, continue the demo. So as part of data engineering, all these things are going to be given as a combo pack. Clear? SQL, Python, Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, Azure Synapses, and data warehousing, classes. All of them as part of Azure Data Engineering. You can learn either Azure Data Engineering or AWS Data Engineering or Google Cloud Data Engineering. You need to use one cloud platform to implement data engineering. Data engineering means, in simple words, get the data, collect the data, clean the data, store the data. In simple words, okay? Let us talk about one use case about data engineering, and we'll continue further, right? So let us talk about one company called Amazon company. Let us take one use case, one simple example. So I'm talking about Amazon company today. Amazon company is running the business worldwide, right? So if they wanted to either run AI application, or if they wanted to run BI application. BI means what? Business intelligence. It is called as a data analytics. Okay. Data analytics is also called as what? BI, business intelligence. Clear? If you wanted to run artificial intelligence means understanding the past. Business intelligence means data analytics, right? That is, understanding the understanding the past is called data analytics. Let me write it here. So people may ask you, what is a BI or a data analytics? Clear? So data analytics is completely talks about past. Understanding the past is called as a data analytics. Now, what is artificial intelligence or machine learning, or people are calling this as a deep learning, whatever, or data science? Clear? Data science or artificial intelligence, machine learning. This is what is called as predicting the predict the future. Clear? So if you wanted to work with the either data analytics is much, it is what is called as a BI, business intelligence. It is what is called data science. Okay. Data science is called as artificial intelligence or machine learning. Predict the future. Amazon company wanted to know what was my sales. Okay. What was my sales in India last 5 years? In India, last 5 years, this company wanted to know. Last 5 years means understanding the past, right? What was my profit in India last 5 years? This was the question asked to data analytics guys. Okay, so data science guys will be telling you what will be my sales in India next 5 years. Clear? What will be sales in India next 5 years? Who's going to be predicting this? Predictions can be done with the help of a data science applications or AI applications or machine learning applications or deep learning applications. But if you wanted to run either data analytics, that is business intelligence, or if you wanted to understand, artificial intelligence, what is that you need to know? You need to have the data. Without data, nothing can happen. Clear? So how data can be stored in your IT industry? IT industry is going to be storing, if it is small amount of data, IT industry is going to be storing all the data into Excel sheets. When you have very, very small amount of data, it will be able to store them in your Excel. Okay. So when you have large amount of data or medium size data, it is going to be storing in SQL. That means when you have megabyte of data or when you have kilobyte of data or KBs of data, megabyte of data, you will be able to store them in Excel, right? When you have data is available in GBs means I'm talking about every month you are getting lakhs of rows or millions of data. Clear? When you get millions of data, so where will you keep all the data? All the millions of data will be stored in your SQL, or you can say you will be able to store this in the database management system or RDBMS systems. Clear? When you have a large amount of data, how IT industry is going to be storing? IT industry is going to be using a software called, a computers called data warehouse tools. Clear? So when you have terabytes of data, so I'm talking about crores of data or billions of data. When you have a billions of data, IT industry is going to be storing the data into the data warehousing tools. And today, the data we are talking about not large, it is extra large data. It is double XL data, triple XL data, all the data. It is unlimited data. So this data I'm talking about today is very, very big data. So this kind of a data is called as a big data. This can be stored today with the help of a software called Hadoop software. Clear? So when we're talking about petabyte of data, zettabyte of data, yottabyte of data, or yottabyte of data, this is unlimited data. You can say trillions of data, or more than that, it is unlimited data. This kind of a data is called as a big data. So IT industry is giving special names, this kind of a data. So till uh, either small, medium, large, this kind of a data is called as a small data. So this data is called as a big data. So IT industry is given two kind of an abbreviations, right? So not only Amazon company, any company. So any company may have small data, means they may store in Excel. If they have a medium amount of data, that means GBs of data, means they will be able to store in SQL, called as a database management system, or called as a RDBMS softwares or tools can be used. Clear? So here we may use a different software called Oracle is number one RDBMS software, Microsoft SQL Server from the Microsoft company. So you will be able to store this kind of a tools, or you may have DB2 from IBM company. This is also one more RDBMS software, or MySQL is one more software, which is a free software from MySQL Corporation, and Teradata. So a lot of softwares are available today. You can use one of these tools when you have a large amount of data. Think about every month, Amazon is getting 500 GB of data every month, 30-40 lakhs of transactions are happening. So that kind of a data, I will not be able to store in Excel. What is the Excel size? We can have 5 MB of data, 10 MB of data, 20 MB of data. But when you have a large amount of 100 GB, 200 GB, 500 GB, nobody is going to be storing that kind of a data in a computer using Excel or any other format. People are going to be using SQL or database management systems or relational database management systems. Clear? So what is a database means? It is a big database. Database means a data bank, right? So when you have a large amount of gold, where will you store? Gold bank. When you have a large amount of blood, where will you store? Blood bank. When you have a large amount of data, where will you store? Data bank. Data bank is called a database, and these are different companies data banks. You may go to Apollo Hospital blood bank, get the blood. You can go to Kim's Hospital blood bank and get the blood. Like that, you can use Oracle as a data bank or a database, or a Microsoft SQL Server as a database or a data bank. You can store a large amount of data, and you will be able to retrieve large amount of data. What is Oracle? What is SQL Server? What is a DB2? If you ask me, these are data banks or storerooms. Clear? Or simply called as a drum or the tank. In the tank, what you do? You put the water, you get the water, right? So if you wanted to use any tank, or if you wanted to use a drum or a reservoir, depends upon the size, you're going to be purchasing either a bucket or a drum or the tank. So small amount of data means we can use Excel. Large, medium size data means GBs of data means we can use what? A SQL technology to store the data. SQL called as SQL or database management systems, Oracle SQL Server or SQL Server, DB2, MySQL, Teradata, anyone you can use. You can store large amount of data. So all of them are called as a tanks, data tank or database. Am I clear? When you have more amount of data, every month you're getting 500 GB of data. That data, 12 months data, 500 GB into 12 months, it will become terabytes of data. You assume every month 500 GB of data you're getting into 12 months data, it will become 6,000 GB. It will become 6 terabytes of data. I wanted to store 10 years of data. It will become 60 terabytes of data. This data, normal systems cannot store. You will be able to store them. This kind of a data in your large databases. Those are called data warehousing softwares. Clear? When you have a terabytes of data, crores of data, billions of data, we are going to be using data warehousing softwares and technologies. We will be able to talk about what is a data warehouse later. I'm going to be giving you data warehouse 10 hours of videos. You will be able to watch completely what is a data warehouse. You should not write data ware space house. Warehouse is a single word. So when you wanted to store terabytes of data, data warehouse can be used. Clear? So if you have a petabyte of data, even data warehousing is going to be failing. This kind of a data. So small data, medium data means MBs of data, then GBs of data, terabytes of data will be called as a small amount of data only. Clear? So when we have petabyte, zettabyte of data, it is called as Excel data or a large amount of data. This is what is called as a big data. Clear? If you wanted to store big data today, there is a software called Hadoop software that we're going to be using. And this software is released in the year 2005 and 6. Clear? And Excel was there, I think, since 1970s or before that. Spreadsheets were there. 1970s, 60s, it was there. Right? So after that, we had 1970s, we got SQL into the market, or RDBMS is there to store the data. And data warehousing is introduced into the IT industry 1990s. Clear? And till 2000, it was there. After year 2000, because of internet is heavily used and hardware has become cheaper, many people started buying personal laptops and everything. Social media introduced after year 2000. After year 2000, so much of a data started coming in. Clear? Before that, we did not have this much of a data. Year 2000 onwards, the new name came into existence, big data. Big data started arriving. This name is given by Google in 2003, right? Because year 2000, you have hardware has become cheaper. Social media got introduced into the market, and a lot of hardware become so cheaper. So people are using lot of devices. Because of that, big data started creating. So IT companies does not know how to store this kind of a data. They do not have any kind of a software at that time. Year 2003, Microsoft has given a special name to this, and they have published a paper. Using this paper in the year 2006, there is a company called Apache Software Foundation. It is not a company. Apache Software Foundation. It is a free foundation. Foundation means it is not a commercial form. Clear? So this company, this foundation has released a software in the year 2006. It is called as Apache Hadoop. This will be free software. Remember, if you wanted to store unlimited data, year 2006, IT industry does not have any tools. Before 2003, 2004, and 5, they were getting large amount of data because IT industry does not have any tools. Completely internet, people are started using, social media is introduced, and hardware become cheaper. Large amount of data started coming in. IT industry does not know where to store the data. So that is when Apache Software Foundation taken lot of inputs from the Google company, and they created a software called Hadoop software to store large amount of data. Clear? But the problem, Hadoop is able to store your data. Hadoop is also handling the data. But the problem is, if you wanted to do some kind of a processing in Hadoop, you have to write Java coding. Clear? You have to write the Java coding. Many people told Java is not good. I cannot write Java code. Very, very complex. Why? Because Java is very complex and a lengthy code. Okay, lengthy code, and you cannot learn the Java code within 1 month. You have to learn Java coding. It will take 1.5 years to learn Java coding. Many people have complained Hadoop is okay, but Java coding we will not be able to learn. So many complaints are gone, and it is going to store all your data into the hard disk, or you can say disk. Because of the disk, it has become very slow. Large amount of data. See, large data you have, because big data we're talking about. When you have a large data, all the data you are going to be storing in the disk. Because of that, it is slow. And one more program is Java. These are called disadvantages. These are what? Disadvantages why the Hadoop has failed. Big data Hadoop is failed because of these three reasons. Disk data, because of the disk, hard disk, when you store something, it will be slow. And Java, you need to learn. Clear? So many people have complained. Large data is big issue first. Then hardware means hard disk can store your data permanently. That is the biggest issue with the Hadoop. Then immediately, Apache company is released one more software. Okay, one more software called Apache Spark. Okay, Apache Spark is released. Let me write it here. Because of these reasons, Apache, Hadoop is failed. Apache Spark is released in the year 2012 into the market. It is going to be storing the data into the RAM. Clear? It is storing the data into the disk. Apache Spark is storing the data into the RAM. And the people said, no need of learning Java. Apache Spark is given very easy language called Scala. This is a new language. New language got introduced, which is very easy language. Clear? So today, if you wanted to store a large amount of data in the IT industry, we are going to be using Apache Spark. When from 2012 onwards, Apache Spark is released 2007 itself, but people started using 2012 onwards. Many people have implemented, stopped Hadoop for the large amount of data. People started Apache Spark, which is completely free software. Remember, it is completely free. Even this is also free software. Only you need to buy computer hardware, you need to buy it. Software is free. What is the language? Language is no Java, completely Scala, or many people said, can we use the modern language called Python? So Python everybody is using today. Why Python? Python is a kids language. Kids language means anybody can learn. It is even more easier than your Scala, right? So many people asked, can I also use Python? Yes, they said any language you can use. You can use Scala, you can use Python, you can use R, right? You can use Java, you can use SQL. So anything you will be able to use, but the people started using Apache Spark today with the Python or Apache Spark with Scala, because these are very easy languages. Clear? When you have a large amount of data today, either we can use either big data Hadoop earlier. Okay, 2005, 2006, people were using that. But today, 2024, people started using Apache Spark. Apache Spark is more popular. Why? Because it is going to be storing the data in the RAM. Because of that, it is 100 times faster. This is also one more interview question. 100 times faster when you compare with your Hadoop. Clear? When you have a large amount of data, Hadoop is good, but Hadoop is what? It is software. Hadoop is a software. You need to buy one computer. You have to install Hadoop. Hadoop is a Java-based software. You have to install Java. On top of that, you have to install Hadoop, and you will be able to store the data. All of them people were doing earlier. But people complaining, saying that Java, I cannot learn. And Hadoop is storing all the data into the hard disk with the help of a Java. It is storing data into the hard disk. And the people are also not happy, right? So immediately the feedback is gone to Apache Software Foundation. There is a software called Apache Spark has been released in 2009, and it got established into the IT industry by 2012. Clear? Many people stopped using Hadoop. Today, if you wanted to store large amount of data, what is the technology that we're going to be using? we are going to be using either Hadoop or Spark only. But if you ask me, can we use Hadoop? No, 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 no. Even though Hadoop is there, Hadoop is an old technology. Big data Hadoop is an old technology to store large amount of data. IT companies are going to be using today Apache Spark. That is a free software given by Apache Foundation, which is a charitable organization. Clear? Charity means that they don't take not even single rupee from you, right? It is completely free, open source softwares, right? Linux is an open source software, means you need not pay not even single rupee to Linux, right? Or Red Hat, Linux, all the softwares are free. Even MySQL is a free software. A lot of free softwares are available. Even Hadoop is a free software. Apache Spark is also free software. But you have to buy a computer. Hardware, it is not a free. Hardware you have to buy. IBM hardware or HP, Lenovo hardware you need to buy. Inside that you need to install Apache Spark. Clear? So Apache Spark you need to install and try to utilize that. So today, so installation and everything you have to take care on your own, right? You need to buy the hardware, you have to get the Apache Spark, and you need to install in your machine. Clear? So instead of you buying the hardware and you buying software, you need not to buy, but you need to configure, right? You need to configure. If you need 1,000 machines, means you have to buy 1,000 machines and you need to install, you need to take care a lot of things that is on premises. Clear? So Apache Spark can be installed either on premises or you can go in for the rental platform also. So what are the rental platforms we have? What are the rental platforms we have? We can go to Azure company, or we can go to AWS company, or we can go to Google Cloud company. And these are the rental hardware and software, rental hardware and software platforms. Clear? You go, you tell them that, hey, I need 1,000 hardware, 1,000 computers I need to have, 1,000 computers I need to have. Hey, you please install what? Apache Spark there, right? So Apache Spark can be installed there and will be maintained by which the company can be AWS, or you will be able to go to any one of these softwares and they will be able to install and they will be able to give it to you. So it will become Apache Spark is running where in AWS, or Apache Spark is running inside your Google Cloud platform, or Apache Spark can be running in your Azure. So like that you will be able to understand. So when you go to your data centers, when you go to a data centers, right? When you go, you will be able to go to a lot of data centers worldwide, right? When you go, these are your bigger computers. So when you click on this, that is a bigger computers, right? So you will be able to go and try to, all these are your data centers. Clear? Thousands of machines are available, and these machines are completely run by bigger, cloud platforms like Amazon data center and Google Cloud Data Center. So inside you have Apache, big data Hadoop systems, or maybe data warehousing machines are available. So data warehousing you can maintain on premises. On premises means you have to buy the computer, install the necessary software, and you have to run on your own. That is data warehousing on premises. Data warehousing also can be available in the cloud platform, or Apache Spark is also available in the cloud platform. Cloud means what? Data centers. Clear? Amazon company will have a lot of data centers worldwide. So you can ask, I need 1,000 computers, I need 100 computers, I need 10 computers. Then they'll ask you what kind of a software you needed. I need Java, I need SQL, I need Hadoop, I need Apache Spark, I need .NET, I need Power BI, I need this one, that one. Any software they will be able to install and they will be able to give it to you every month. Every month you need to pay a rental amount to the Amazon company or to the Google company or to the Azure company. Clear? So that is what is called today, companies are not maintaining their own machines. Everything Apache Spark is on Azure. Apache Spark is on today Google Cloud Platform. So all of them are available in bigger machines. These machines are given by a Google or Google company, or maybe AWS company, maybe Azure company. Clear? So now what has happened? You have to install. Amazon company has to configure, right? Because you're not installing, you are taking 1,000 machines and you're asking Apache Spark to install. Who's supposed to install? AWS company will be installing, right? Or Google company will be installing. Azure means Microsoft company will be installing. So today, one more company came. The company is called Databricks. One more company came. The company called Databricks. It is started in year 2012. What they told, Databricks company is telling you, hey, you tell me what cloud you would like to use. Okay, Databricks will ask you, sir, which cloud you would like to use. Say, I wanted to use AWS. So it will go to Amazon company. And a Databricks is a software. What is Databricks? Which is a software. What it does, which is going to be, Databricks is going to be software, or you can say it can be a platform. Okay, it can be a software platform. What it is going to be doing, it will go to AWS company. It will take machines, hardware, and all Apache Spark, everything. This guy is going to be installing behalf of these fellows. Clear? So when you're working with the Databricks means what? Databricks will be installing, or it will be creating a environment either in AWS or in the Azure or in the Google. Clear? See, normally what we do, we go to the agent. Now, for example, I wanted to go to let us say Switzerland. I wanted to go to Switzerland. So what I should do? I have to go and search which spots I need to see in the Switzerland. Step number one, I need to know. Step number two, I need to know where I should stay. Step number two. Step number three, I need to book the hotel rooms and everything. Step number four, I need to flight tickets I need to plan. So everything I need to arrange on my own. Clear? So there is a travel company is there. The travel company, when you go and ask, hey, I wanted to go to Switzerland. Do you have any option? Yeah, sir. We have a Switzerland 10 days package tour. In that, this is the flight, going from Hyderabad, going from Delhi, going from Kolkata, going from here. Which part of the city you belong to? I say Hyderabad. Okay. How many days? 10 days. How many people you are? We are 2 plus 2, 2 kids, and one kid is 10 years, one more kid is 15 years, and 2 adult. Okay, very good. Sir, how many, what is that you would like to see? Then tuck, what they do, they will be able to create a plan. So this is the plan we're going to be offering, and pay this much amount, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, they will pay. So all the accommodation, flight ticket booking, passport verification, visa, visa applying, everything, hotel room booking, everything will be taken care by the travel and tourism company. So you need not do anything on your own. So what? No, Databricks is a travel and tourism company. So what it does? So it is going to be going. It is going to be going. So what is that you need? I need 1,000 computers. Where you need? AWS. So when you go to Databricks, it will go to either AWS, or it will go to GCP, or it will go to Azure. Tell me where you would like to set up a Apache Spark. It will ask you. So Databricks company will ask you, you wanted to set up a Databricks here, or Databricks here, or where is that? So this company is just like a travel company. It will go, it will book all hotels, all rooms, everything, so that you can easily run your show. Databricks will go to AWS company. It will take the computers, it will install Apache Spark. Everything will be handled by the Databricks software. Okay, so Databricks is what? It is an agent or a broker or a service which will enable you to set up a bigger computer on top of Apache Spark. Clear? So Databricks, what a Databricks is going to be doing? Databricks is going to be minimizing the work. So when you go to agent, agent knows where to book the ticket and when to book the ticket. Everything agent knows. It will minimize your work. They will charge something, but even though they charge, you will be having less headache, and you will be able to go to the tour without having any problem. So tomorrow, if there is a problem also, you can ask the travel agent only. Clear? So what is the Databricks? Databricks is a broker or a agent. So when you go to Databricks, so what it will ask you, sir, where is that you would like to have the complete Databricks setup? You can say, you can go to Azure, then it will become Azure Databricks. Then when you go to AWS, it will become AWS Databricks. When you go to Google platform, it will become Google, Databricks. Okay, software. So Databricks software is going to be setting up Apache Spark only. So travel companies will not have their own hotels. They will booking. They will be using existing hotels only, right? So like that, Databricks does not have any software. Databricks is an agent or a broker. It will go to either Google. It will go to either Azure company. They will be able to install Apache Spark. They will create an environment for you so that you will be able to store a large amount of data, and you will be able to store large amount. You can process the data. All the coding and everything will be done in the Azure Databricks only. Azure Databricks means what? Azure Spark only. Azure Spark, it is Apache Spark only. Apache Spark means it is nothing but Hadoop only. Clear? So Hadoop is not there. So earlier we were using Hadoop. Today Apache Spark, it is can be stored to store large amount of data. Apache Spark can be installed on your own. If you're installing on your own, it is simply called as Apache Spark only. Clear? On premises Apache Spark, or on premises big data software. But today, people are using Databricks. Clear? So you have Azure Databricks, you have AWS Databricks, or you have a Google Databricks. Databricks is a third-party company. What it does, it is a broker company. So what it does, when you go to Databricks, Databricks is going to be creating a environment for you. So what Databricks is going to be doing? Databricks is going to be installing Apache Spark, and it is going to be giving you a lot of other things, and where you will be able to write your PySpark code, Python code, Scala code. It is very, very easy, right? So the headache is gone. You need not ask AWS company to install anything, or you need not install on your own. Apache Databricks company will be acting as a broker, travel broker. Everything they will be taking care. You have a problem, call broker, travel agent. I'm not getting the proper breakfast here, call broker only. So everything will be handled by the Databricks. So when you install the Databricks, when you take Databricks help in the Azure, it will become Azure Databricks. So if somebody asks you what is the Databricks means, Databricks is a platform or an agent or a broker which is going to be setting up a big data environment to store a large amount of data. Clear? So Databricks is a third party company, which is not a Microsoft company, or which is not belong to AWS, blah, blah, blah. So this is what you have to know about Databricks. Clear? So what kind of a code you can write? Scala, Python, R, Java, SQL, but many people are going to be writing Python inside your Spark. So it will become PySpark. Clear? Apache Spark. Databricks means nothing but a your PySpark only, or nothing but a Spark and Scala, Spark and Python. So anything you can say. So this Python is going to be running under Apache Spark. So it will become PySpark, right? Or you can run PySpark, or SQL, Java, anything. So if somebody asks you what is the Databricks, Databricks is nothing but your Apache Spark only. Clear? Databricks as an agent is a broker which is launched in 2012. So you can use Databricks from Azure company, or from the Google company, or from the AWS company. Clear? Okay. So these are the things that we have it. So you may have a data in small data in Excel, or you have this is small data I'm going to be talking about. Medium size data. It is small data. It is medium size data. Medium size data can be available in your SQL. Small means I'm going to be talking about MBs of data. Medium size means GBs of data. When you have a terabyte of data, large means size L. This kind of a data can be stored in the data warehousing systems. So what kind of a data? Terabyte of data. And this data is completely called as a small data only, right? Small data only. Now, this has happened since 1960s to year 2000. 1960 to year 2000, this was a story, right? So afterwards, what is started, a lot of data started coming in, and there is a special system got created. The system is called big data, right? You can say big data, or people say big data Hadoop. Clear? Small data, now we're talking about big data, right? Big data initially started in year 2005 by, Apache Software Foundation. Today, Spark is released because Spark is going to be Apache Spark, or you can say Spark. Apache Spark can be more powerful and more dominant and more easy, right? So you can work with Apache Spark to handle large amount of data. Now, any kind of a data you will be able to store. Now, these are the things that you need to know. So here, 2000 onwards till today. So today is 2024, right? So 2024. So you have the data storage technologies in the IT industry means these. If you have the data, what all we can do? We can run either AI application or you can run BI application, right? You can run AI, artificial intelligence applications. You can run BI means, business intelligence or data analytics. So why we need to store the data? End of the day, you have to use the data. Today, many companies are using either AI, artificial intelligence. If you wanted to run artificial intelligence, they definitely you need to have a large amount of data. Your Chat GPT application is AI application. Clear? But AI application data will be stored where? It is there in the big data Hadoop, big data Spark only. Remember that point. So now Chat GPT people are talking about, right? What is a Chat GPT? Chat GPT is a AI application. But this AI application has to get the data, right? Where is the data coming from? Do you know? So all the Chat GPT is AI application, which is getting the data from the today Hadoop or the Spark only. Clear? So this is going to be having, I think it is going to be having minimum these many machines. We don't know. Many machines are working together, right? So this will be petabyte, zettabyte of data. So it will be 100 Himalayas size. What is the size of the data we're talking about today? Not only one Himalayas, hundreds of Himalayas. What is the Himalaya Everest size? It is the biggest, mountain in the world, right? So what is the Chat GPT data? The Apache Spark is running today, not one computer, not two computer. It is, let us say, petabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte of data. So that kind of data, if you imagine, it will be hundreds of Himalayas size or thousands of Himalaya size, you and me cannot handle it. Even though if you wanted to buy a hardware, you'll go mad. Company like a bigger companies like Microsoft or Elon Musk company or Microsoft companies, these kind of a people can maintain these kind of a bigger machines, not one machine, not two machines. Clear? Thousands of machines are working together, along with the your Chat GPT. So if the Chat GPT is slow means what? It is it would have used Hadoop. Chat GPT is 100 times faster today because end of the day, all the data is going to be stored where? In the Apache Spark. Apache Spark means all the data may be in Azure because Chat GPT belong to Microsoft, right? Microsoft and other OpenAI platforms. So I'm completely thinking that it is completely stored either in Azure or maybe in AWS. I'm not sure. Clear? So Chat GPT is AI application. AI needs so much of a data. Artificial intelligence is started not today. Artificial intelligence started in 1864. AI is not the new technology. AI is very, very old technology. But why AI becomes so popular today? Because AI does not have sufficient data to run. That was the problem. So biggest challenge for the AI was it does not have big data to run. So today data is available. Year 2000 onwards, the company started implementing the data. So that is the reason within 20 years, AI becomes so popular because AI needs a data. Earlier, data was not there, even though artificial intelligence technology was there 100 years ago. But data was not there in the companies to run. So today, data is there because of Hadoop, because of Apache Spark, you have a tons and tons of data available in the IT industry. Technologies are available in the IT industry because of data only. Because of the data only, AI is became so popular today. Otherwise, if the data storing technology is not there, means AI has to wait another 50, 100 years. Clear? So today, companies are using so data storing, getting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data, all the data movement activities are going to be run by the data engineering team. Now, somebody has to build this Apache Spark means somebody will be installing the software and giving it to you. But on these machines, somebody has to get the data, clean the data, store the data, right? Who's going to be doing? Who's going to be building this kind of a bigger computer setup? Who's going to be building this? Who's going to be building this? These people are called as data engineers. Clear? So data engineers are going to be maintaining these bigger machines in the IT companies. Somebody has to maintain, right? If I give you, if I buy a software, if I buy a hardware and software, give it to you, somebody has to load the data. Somebody has to clean the data. Somebody has to keep it ready. For example, I'm giving you vegetables to you. If I give vegetables to you, can you prepare a food dish? You have to get the vegetable, clean the vegetable, cut the vegetable, marinate them, put lot of spices, and make it ready so that a chef can come prepare the food. Clear? So getting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data, right? And marinating the data, all these things will be handled by the data engineering team. So you should know SQL, you should know data warehousing, you should know Apache Spark, you should know Apache Spark means data bricks, you should know data bricks, right? And you should know Python. So all these technologies you should know so that you will be able to supply the data to the AI guys or BI guys. Clear? So what is your role? Your role will be getting the data from the client. For example, you're working for Amazon company now. Amazon will be giving you data. Amazon may be storing the data in different platforms. Clear? So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to tell you, we are working for Amazon company. Clear? So Amazon company example, we will take it. So Amazon data is not available in a single location. Why? Amazon business is there in US, it is there in India, it is there in Japan, it is there in Dubai, everywhere. So Amazon has a lot of data, but data has a lot of challenges because these are called data challenges. Data is not available in a single location. Why? Because Amazon company is having the business all over the world. What about environment? Environment may be some of the data in Java, some of the data in .NET, some of the data in SQL, maybe in SAP, maybe in Android, maybe in Excel sheets, they don't know. Maybe in text files, blah, blah, blah. So this is one biggest issue. What is the size of the data? Sometimes they may have small size data, medium size data. They may have a big data, large amount of data. How accuracy the data will be? Accuracy means how clean the data will be. Maybe low accuracy and medium accuracy, or it may be high accuracy. Data will be very, very clean the data. So if you take any company's data, data may not be available in a single place. That is the biggest issue. The data may not be available in a single environment like Java, .NET, SAP, SQL. We don't know because companies running the business, everywhere there is a data. Excel, there is a data. Call centers, they have data. Inventory hubs, they have the data. Sales team, they will have their own data. Marketing team, they will have their own data. So data is everywhere. I'm talking about a single company, and single company has a large amount of data, and everywhere the data is available. We cannot guarantee that the data is cleaned. Sometimes, some places it is a cleaned data. Sometimes it is accuracy, how clean it is, low accuracy, high accuracy, and all this data. So what normally we're going to be doing? We are going to be getting that data from different sources. Clear? So what normally we use? We get the data from here. It may be SAP system. Maybe in India, it may be Java computer of Amazon company. It may be Excel data. We don't know. All the data, we have to get it. So using a tool called ETL tool. What tools we're going to be using in the IT industry? ETL tools we are going to be using. This tool is called extracting the data, means reading the data. It can connect to any system. It can connect to SAP, Java, .NET, or Excel. It may be connecting to SQL. We don't know. Any system can be connected to ETL softwares. What were the ETL softwares? Microsoft has SSIS on-premises ETL software, and we had Informatica from Popular Software, and we had a lot of other softwares are available. These softwares are available early 1990s onwards. These softwares are available. Clear? Not today. Very old software. What is the ETL stands for? It is extracting the data, transforming the data. Transformation means a cleaning. T stands for cleaning. So you may clean the data or do some kind of a changes to the data. Clear? So all the data will be able to install. So where normally we're going to be storing, earlier all the data people are going to be storing into data warehousing systems. Data warehousing is created 1990 till 2000. People are storing only in the data, this kind of a systems only. Get the data in many companies, many sources, clean the data, store all the data into the bigger computer called data warehousing. So data warehouse means a very bigger, computer. Clear? So there we are going to be storing the data. But the problem started after year 2000. We have so much of a data started coming in that data warehouse cannot accommodate. The biggest problem was data warehouse can accommodate up to terabytes of data. That's it. Okay. And it can handle only structured data. Structured data means the data which is there in rows and columns format. So data warehousing is also will have what software? SQL software it will have. If you don't understand what is data warehousing, we will be able to discuss later. But data warehouse can handle terabytes of data. It can store structured means the data which is there in rows and columns format. But after year 2000, you are getting structured data, you're happy. But afterwards, what has happened? The data coming, not only structured data, unstructured data started coming in. And semi-structured data means, what is the data I'm talking about? Unstructured semi-structured data means you are getting a lot of images, lot of X-rays data, lot of photos, a lot of videos, lot of chart data is not there in the row and column format. You're charting message, social media charts, all the chart data, or IoT data. IoT means Internet of Things, means sensors data. Everywhere there is a sensor who is moving here and there is sensor. Whenever you drive, there is a sensor data. When the flight is going on, sensor data. Lot of sensors data, lot of images data, lot of pictures data. That kind of a data you will not be able to store in the data warehouse. Data warehouse is nothing but a large hardware where SQL software is running. SQL means Oracle, blah blah blah. You need to understand. See, So, but you can store only what kind of data in SQL? Structured data means you will be able to create a table, or you can store the data like this. But after year 2000, we will not be able to perform this kind of data. Now we are also getting unstructured data, semi-structured data, this kind of data where we can store here. We will be able to store this kind of data here, either in Hadoop or in the Apache Spark only, we will be able to store. Okay, we will be able to store either in the Hadoop, Apache Spark. So because one is a terabytes. Now we're talking about petabyte of data, zettabyte of data, yottabyte of data, yollabyte of data, and it may be structured also it can store, and structured it can handle, but structured also it can handle, unstructured also it can handle, semi-structured also it can handle, and we will be able to get the data, load the data here, and further we will be able to use it, right? Now either SSIS can work. SSIS is a ETL tool. It can get the data, load into the data warehouse. So these tools completely cannot load the data to the Hadoop or Apache Spark, or it cannot load unstructured data, semi-structured data. That is the reason today we have a ADF, Azure Data Factory. Why Azure Data Factory is there? Azure Data Factory is going to be getting the not only structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, and ADF can talk to cloud. It can talk to Azure, it can talk to AWS, and it can talk to any machine. It can store the data. But earlier, SSIS and Informatica, because these are came before cloud. Cloud did introduced year 2003 onwards. So this tool, Azure is became so popular in 2010. Clear? But SSIS came in year 2005, and Informatica in 1990s it is there. Clear? So if you understand all these things, earlier ETL tools were completely gone because it cannot work with the unstructured data, semi-structured data. Earlier ETL tools were completely gone because it cannot talk to the cloud. Cloud means Azure. Go to Azure, store the data. Go to a rental platform, get the data. So your SSIS or these machines cannot work. SSIS software, Informatica software cannot work. So, or we are going to be working with the Apache Spark or Hadoop. These are, this can store large amount of data. So where the existing ETL cannot work, now we have to use ADF, Azure Data Factory. Azure Data Factory can be completely easy software. Within 30 days, you will be able to learn no coding, drag and drop software. So which is one of the application inside your Azure. Clear? What is Azure? Azure is a cloud platform. Azure is what? Cloud platform. So Azure will have 200 applications. Not only one application, one of the application inside Azure is ADF. Remember. Clear? For example, you go to Apollo Hospital. What are the treatments you get? You get a dental treatment, you get a kidney treatment, you get a heart treatment, you get lungs treatment, you get a cancer treatment. So a lot of treatments are available. What is Apollo Hospital? Apollo is giving you 200, 300 treatments, services. Clear? So like that, what is Azure? Azure is not going to be giving you one service. Azure is giving you 200 plus services. One of the service is in Apollo Dental. One of the service in Apollo is cancer treatment, like that. One of the service in Azure is ADF. One of the service is ADB, Azure Data Bricks, like that. Azure is going to be having, Azure is a portal, or Azure is a cloud platform. Cloud means rental platform, where you can run ADF, you can run ADB, Azure Databricks, or you can run Azure Java, Azure .NET, Azure Power BI, Azure Data Warehousing, Azure SQL. Everything is in Azure. So what is that you need? I need Azure Data Factory. I wanted to work with Azure SQL. Normal SQL means on-premises SQL. You have to buy your own hardware, install Oracle SQL Server, it will become a normal SQL. But if you go to Azure or AWS, when you store, when you take a rental Oracle machine, so that is what is called Azure SQL. Azure SQL means maybe SQL Server, maybe Oracle. It is a rental platform. Clear? Why ADF is needed? Because ADF is an ETL tool. It can get the data from any source. It can dump the data to the either to the data warehouse. It can also Azure ADF can also load the data to the this one. Clear? It may be cloud data warehouse. Remember, it may be on premises. Remember that. Clear? Even Hadoop also can be cloud. Hadoop also or Apache Spark also on premises. Everything can be cloud. Everything can be on premises. Clear? But 99% of the time, Apache Spark, Apache Hadoop, people are not going to be using in the own machines. On premises will not be there, but you can have, right? Everything, data warehousing can be on premises, means your own computers. Own car you can have, rental car you can have, right? Data warehousing can be cloud, data warehousing can be on premises. SQL can be on premises, on cloud. Java on cloud, on premises. On cloud means rental platform. Clear? Why ADF has become so popular today? It is no coding, no programming software. It can work with any cloud systems. So it will be rental platform. You need not install any software in your computer. But as a science informatica, these are on-premises softwares you have to install in your computers. Clear? So ADF is a new technology released in year 2015. Azure started in year 2000, right? 2010. And ADF is started from 2015. And SSIS is an ETL tool from Microsoft, which is started in year 2005. Okay. So if you have any questions, you will be able to ask me now. So what is ADF? ADF is an ETL tool. We are going to be learning SQL, Python, Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks means what? Azure, Apache, Spark, we are going to be learning. And Azure Synapses is a ready-made data warehouse. Clear? Ready-made data warehouse. That videos I'm going to be giving, not my videos. One more faculty videos I'm going to be giving. Azure normal data warehouse, you need to know these videos I'm going to be giving. Python videos, I'm not going to be, this is not my videos. So this and this, not my videos. Remaining, I'll be giving my classes only. Clear? And some of them are through videos, some of them are through live classes. So from tomorrow, we are going to be starting Azure Data Factory. Azure Data Factory is completely what? It is a on cloud-based software. And earlier we had a SSIS from the Microsoft. Remember that point. Clear? So you need to know all these things so that we will be able to continue from tomorrow. Next 30 days, completely what? Azure Data Factory. ADF released in 2015. It's an Azure service. ETL, extracting, transforming, loading. Tomorrow we'll talk about what is ETL. Big data requires service that can offer ETL. ADF extract the data from Azure, blah, blah, blah. What is data like blob? I'll talk about it. Big data, I've spoken about it. Easy when compared with the SSIS. SSIS is it is an older tool, or it is a Microsoft ETL tool, on-premises tool, cannot load semi-structured, unstructured data, not suitable for a cloud environment, not suitable for big data, Apache Spark, limited data sources, on-premises solution. You have to install the software inside your computer. ADF, no need of installation, right? You need to create one Azure subscription. Tomorrow, I'll show you how to create a free Azure subscription so that we can start using the ADF. ADF, anybody can learn very, very easily. Clear, guys? So it has Azure, has many things, relational, NoSQL, lot of things are available within the Azure. Azure is not a single application. Azure is going to be giving you multiple application for the rental. How many applications it has? 200 plus application it has. Azure is going to be giving you everything for rental. One application is called ADF. One more application is called ADB. One more application is called BI. One more application is called AI. Lot of things are available in your Azure. Azure is a cloud technology or a cloud portal run by Microsoft. It is giving you 200 plus services. One of the services is ADF, which is going to be getting the data from different sources and dumping the data into the destination. ETL means your transport. Transport means lorry services. Get the tomatoes, vegetables from one place to another place. The importing, exporting software. ETL means what? Importing, exporting software. Your heart is a ETL. It is a dumping the blood from one place to another place. Your heart is the best example of ETL. Getting the blood from one source and putting the blood to different parts of the body. Clear? ETL means simply data import export software, but ADF is cloud-based data import export software. It can talk to any source on premises, the cloud, get the data, dump to on premises destinations or cloud destinations at a time. Any questions? So today will be the final demo. So tomorrow the meeting ID changes. So tomorrow we can start with the Azure Data Factory, no coding and nothing is needed to start ADF. But along with the ADF, you need to learn compulsorily daily one SQL video, because without SQL, you cannot get a job. You can learn ADF without knowing SQL also, but the problem, you will not be able to get a job in the IT industry. Daily one SQL video you need to watch. That videos we're going to be giving. So all the payments will be given for the complete combo pack. This is the combo pack. So all of them will be given a single payment. So will be given for this offer. You can either pay in single. If you make in single payment, you will be able to get more discounts. If or you can opt for installments also. You can talk to you can call these numbers. You will be able to ask them for the fee details and everything. So from tomorrow, this meeting ID will change. So people who are making the payments will get the new meeting ID by end of the day. So you can join from tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be able to tell you how to create a free Azure subscription. Thank you, guys.